So you have a higher mind that we've been calling your inner being or your spirit or your soul or God, okay? That part of you which is no resistance, okay? You know the part I'm referring to, the non-resistant part? Law of attraction in your life is responding to that part of you. It's responding to that vibration of yes. And it's also responding to the other physical mind. This is going to blow your mind, dude, right here. This might blow your mind. So it seems like, because it's true, that your physical mind is all the trouble. But it's not really trouble. It's the one that creates the contrast that helps create your expansion. So in that sense, it's beautiful. And in the contrast and the not going along and not knowing that that's what's happening and you're suffering and not knowing why you're suffering, it's horrible. So it's a paradox. Okay. Now, your physical mind, not your higher mind, your physical mind can tell you how things have happened. Yeah. Do you know how it does that? Yeah. It takes data points and compares and contrasts them. It's the whole basis of a computer, right? And then it says this caused that, that affected this caused that, that affected this. It tells you how things have happened. It can tell you how things are happening too. It takes data points in present time and compares them and contrasts them, okay? But you kind of unconsciously and unknowingly then try to use it to tell you how things are going to happen. Now, here's a real big problem. A real big problem. I mean, bigger than I can even tell you, that just stops you in your tracks, puts you right in quicksand, and you start sinking instantly. And the harder you try to get out, the deeper you go in. And it goes like this. The physical mind finds itself in a world of unlimited data points and possibilities, but it can only think about specific ones at a time. And let's say I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and you say, I want this thing to manifest, and you try to figure out how it's going to happen with your physical mind, and it can give you three possibilities. Those three possibilities that you start focusing on just cut you off from all of the other ones that are possible. So I'll tell you a quick anecdotal story about that so it might help it make more sense. There was the Thich Nhat Hanh was a Vietnamese Buddhist monk. Beautiful, 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 beautiful story, beautiful work, just wonderful. And he said he got all of his people together, like 400 of the people that were managing his ashrams around the world. And he said, in 2 years, I want to have a place built in the south of France, and I want to call it Plum Village. I've already went over and I looked at the land, and I've looked at what it's going to cost, and we've hired somebody to determine how much it will be to build all those buildings. And it's going to be close to $16 million. And I want to have that money funded. I want to have all that money funded by the end of the year. And it was June. And an accountant in the front row, one of his accountants, the main accountant, raised his hand and he said, yes. And he said, we don't have that kind of money. Where are we going to get it? And he said, without hesitation, from wherever it is right now. Do you see? He didn't say, well, we're going to raise donations and we're going to do a bake sale and then we'll do car washes and let's see, what else can we do? We could do blah, blah. Because he knows his physical mind can't figure out how. Now, here's the cost of this, and this is in the barriers to manifestation, the causes of resistance. Here, here's why it's a problem. What stops what you want from coming? Listen to how profound this is. What stops what you want from coming to you is resistance, yes? Let me say it differently. What you want is trying to come to you, but your resistance is keeping it at bay. When you ask for something and then you try to figure out how it's going to come, your physical mind can't figure out all the possibilities. So it goes into a little bit of lack and confusion and fear. That creates resistance when you try to figure out how. Now you're fucked. You're in the quicksand. And you just obsess and incessantly try to figure out how you're going to get it. You're not feeling good when you're doing that. You're feeling scared and overwhelmed and kind of dispersed energy because you don't know. But no one ever said like, and you have to be comfortable with not knowing because you don't know. You just leave that up to the universe. Your job is to feel good. And instead of talking about the how or talking about the when or the who is going to give it, you just stay in the why. Why do I want this? So why do you want the money? Not how you're going to get it, not where it's going to come from or when it's going to come. Why do I want it? That's where the gold is. That's where the juice is. That's where all the sexiness is. So if you're still watching this video and you've heard some things that might have resonated with you and you think there might be something possible for you, click down below, get in touch with me. Let's have a conversation. And you're going to know immediately whether or not this is a match. And whatever ends up happening is absolutely perfect. But I sure would love to connect with you and just have a conversation.